It was midnight. Lufthansa Flight 758 had just landed in Chennai, India. I got off the plane with the strange feeling of being completely alone. For the first time in my life, I felt like an orphan. Everything I was familiar with was a world away. Standing in the endless lines at immigration, where the only people who looked like me would soon be heading to five-star hotels or business meetings, I wondered if I'd made the wrong choice. The thought that I didn't belong there crisscrossed my mind. With my passport stamped, I went down the escalator to wait for my bags. As I left the air-conditioned airport, I felt the stifling heat. "All good," I said. Later that same day, we took an overnight train to my pseudo-home for the next 8 months. An orphanage, undoubtedly the most appropriate place for my new life without my family. Many people comment that I changed a lot that year. I'm a little disappointed that it wasn't the life-changing experience I dreamed of. I hope to have one of those radical life stories to tell when I got home. I asked God why I didn't feel remarkably different, and his answer was, "Did you come here to change your life or the lives of others?" Ouch! I immediately recognized that I had viewed this entire experience from a self-centered perspective. Deciding to end my selfishness, I tossed my personal goals in the trash and started focusing on the kids. That missionary journey has taught me that none of us are orphans because God has adopted us all. "I will not leave you orphans," he said. "I will come to you." And as part of his family, we are invited to collaborate on the mission of proclaiming his good news of hope and salvation.
The author of this message had his identity preserved to protect his ministry. He worked as a volunteer with Adventist Volunteer Service, AVS, which facilitates missionary service by church member volunteers ages 18 to 80. Those volunteers can serve as pastors, teachers, medical professionals, computer technicians, orphanage workers, and more. If God is calling you to become an Adventist volunteer also, you may access the AdventistVolunteers.org or Vivid Faith at vividfaith.com.
Through your regular or promise offerings, you may also help support the ministry of over 400 missionary families around the world. May we put our desires last and God first.